it's all about a fresh beginning, a new start, the chance to go out there and get what you want. You get one life, so go for it. Okay, make sure it's a happy one above all else, and I truly wish you the best. Okay, so the situation position for Leos for January is the Six of Cups. Okay, so the Six of Cups is, it's looking back to the past. Okay, it's looking back on a connection that you shared with someone in the past. It could be that you have to leave your childhood home or something because you've been there over the Christmas and you're sad to go. It could be that that you're missing. It could be anything really, because it's in the situation position, but it could simply be that you are missing home. Okay, you go from being at home to going back to wherever it is. You know, if you're leaving, I see this being for younger people, so those who are in university, or for those who you know, attend other, yeah, like university, attend other places, and you're sad to leave and you're sad to go back because you know, you feel like you've got the deep bond there that you really really like. It could be friends, childhood friends, it could be an ex lover, anything like that, but there's something that sees you sad to leave behind. Okay, and it's just, maybe you've just enjoyed being at home and you're just a little bit down because obviously now you're not at home anymore, anything like that really. It could be that this month sees you getting a past relationship coming back into your life. It could be someone from the past, you know, an ex lover. It could be even a childhood sweetheart that will see you revisiting the past in some way, or longing for the past and a connection that you shared with somebody in the past. Okay, again, it could be that someone from the past comes back into your life, and you never know what'll happen. Okay. But either way, it's deep, it's pure, you're feeling things. I can definitely tell by the amount of cups cards in this deck that you're feeling things quite intensely this month, Leo. Okay, in the career position for you, you got the King of Cups. Okay, so the King of Cups is definitely suggesting it can be two things: that you're being too passive in your career, and that's why you're not getting. I think you're a bit dreamy over this situation, and it'll see you dreaming, nostalgic, thinking about, you know, what you don't have, what you've lost, who you're missing, that kind of thing. So you're not really focused on your career as much as you should be. Okay, and that's what it's suggesting. It's suggesting that you need to pay attention to that, because it could end up losing your clients, could lose your business, or anything like that. Okay, so really pay attention to that this month. The other interpretation of this could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, particularly a Cancer who's going to be having quite an effect on your career. Okay, it could be the connection you shared, so it could be it could be anything from exes in a working environment. This was your boss, and you're thinking about the connection you share, but he's affecting your career in some way because he's adamant in your career. So it could definitely be that. I say that because there's a lot of other cups in the card, so I'm seeing that a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio is affecting a Leo a great deal in January. Okay, but this guy could be, or you know what it could be, the bond that you share is affecting your career environment in some way. Okay, because it's too you know, love and friendship and all that really doesn't bode well for career, does it? It doesn't make people successful. You know, other people will judge it, so it could definitely be that. But it's suggesting that in your career, either two things. It could be your boss is affecting you in some way, you know, something like that. And this Six of Cups could be that he's pissed off at you because you're so focused and dreamy about your love life that you're not focusing on your job, and he's pissed off about it. Okay, and he might be doing the passive aggressive behaviour but making you suffer in other ways. It could be something like that. It could be that you get a job and someone from your past is in that job, and it's a water sign man and he starts to affect your career. Anything along those lines. For every Leo it'll be different, but they'll know how it relates to them. Okay. Okay, so the situation for your love life is the Five of Cups. So definitely, Leo, Five of Cups and the Six of Cups. Regret, loss, pining, missing someone, crying over spilt milk, only focusing on what you've lost or what you haven't got anymore. I definitely see that for some Leos, it's going to be they've gone home and they've saw maybe an ex or a childhood sweetheart or something like that, and they've thought, now they're thinking about, they've gone back to where they are, but now they're thinking about, well, wait there, what did I leave behind there? Because that's what it is. This person in the Five of Cups is leaving something behind. They're leaving a bond behind, they're leaving something of an emotional attachment behind. But what they're suggesting is there's still two cups sitting there, so there's still feelings there, maybe there's still opportunity there. So you're choosing to walk away, you're choosing to turn your back, or maybe you're not, and maybe you're just nostalgic. But yeah, definitely something in relation to your love life to do with your past, or to do with a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, who's the connection with them, and whatever's happening between you is causing you a great deal of longing, pine, and sadness. Maybe you're with someone, but you don't feel that the bond is the same as it was in the past. It could be that, and that's what sees you. You're still in the relationship, but it doesn't feel the same. And what it's saying is, if that's the case, then it's your job to get that bond back by working on it, by not pining over how things have changed. Everything changes, all relationships. When they're new, people don't see people for what they are, but the longer they go on, the more we see the person through they really are. So it's easy for things to start to fall apart a little bit, and once the glitter disappears. But your job is that if you truly love this person, then you'll look and go, okay, well, I still love them, and I still want to be with them despite. And it's saying maybe it was that yours was friends in the beginning, and it could be as simple as that you now feel like you don't have the same friendship you had, and that's what you're pining for. That giddiness, that attention and affection you had in the beginning. It could be something like that. Okay, and that's why, because I clarified with the Page of Cups. Okay, so another Cups card. So the Page of Cups is definitely suggesting an offer, unconditional offer, dreamy, possibly for those who are still in love with a childhood sweetheart or an ex. It'll see you offering, or thinking about, not necessarily offering, because these people, all of these cards to me are thinking. That's all the feeling, sorry, but in a thinking way. In other words, just dreaming it up. This little princess is just dreaming. She's on her own. She's thinking about all the feelings she's got. Again, the Five of Cups. She's on her own. She's thinking about all what she's lost. And again, the Six of Cups is all about nostalgia and thinking about what you've lost. So if you've got this deep connection to this person, it's just simply you're not gonna take the plunge, but why not? Again, in your relationship as well, it'll see you taking a placid approach. Not really, at the end of the day, if you want issues to be resolved, Leo, then you need to face up to them, and pretending they're not there, pretending that the connection you've had is still there when it's not going to work. Focusing on what you haven't got instead of what you can build on is not going to help. And thinking all the love you've got for this person but not sharing it with them is certainly not going to help, okay? So, you know what to do. Okay, in relation to your emotions, you got the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords, emotions, you want the truth. You want to know where you stand, okay? If you're in a relationship and you feel that, it could be that some of you are in a relationship. I do see most of you with that Five of Cups being a pining for that deep connection back. But some of you may just be, want it all sort of thing. You've got that deep connection, you've got that bond with your partner, or maybe it's that they keep their feelings to themselves. So if you're a Leo, man or woman, you kind of don't like the fact that they don't declare what they feel for you enough, and that's what you're pining for, okay? Could be as simple as that. But the Ace of Wands is saying that you want some truth, you want some, there's something you're like, right now I need to know the truth emotionally, because you feel like it's really affecting you, okay? And that's what this is. This can be a great card for connections, but if it's someone from the past, it could just definitely be that you're seeking the truth as to how this person from your past really feels about you, okay? And maybe if this is a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you feel like they're longing for you, that they're missing you, that they too want the deep connection back with you, okay? So it could be that. Maybe you're at a part and they told you the truth, but you said, well, you know, my life's there, or something like that, okay? But I definitely see a water sign being very, very prominent in the Leo's life this month, and the King of Cups definitely is, it's in terms of career, affecting your career in some way, and I think it could be the same person. It could be that the person who you've left, or the person that you're pining for, it could be that they're with someone else. Could be that. They're with somebody else, and that's why you're sitting there longing. It could be an ex, and you're longing to be back with them, but you know they're with someone else. Because there's two people in that card, and obviously you're daydreaming with the Six of Cups, and it's affecting your career, or the fella is actually in your career and it's affecting your career. Okay, in relation to your health, you got so emotionally, I would suggest seeking out the truth. Okay, if you know, it could be that you need to face up to the truth of how you really feel about this person. Maybe you haven't. Leo can be quite strong, or it's that basically you've been told the truth that now you need to face up to, and you know, decide whether you're going to act upon it or not. In relation to your health, you got the Sun card, great vitality, okay, great health this month, raring to go, energetic, ready to start the year off with a bang and go out there and make your health the best it is. Don't burn yourself out though, because that's what this card is. Don't go over the top, you know, slowly catch a monkey. And it's also, as they say, you know, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, so you know, take your time, enjoy your health though, because it is going to be really, really good. That's a beautiful card. In relation to your spiritual advice, you got the Empress, okay, which the Empress, Leo, is you, okay? So you're going to be completely open to spirituality, to all the possible avenues that life's got to offer you. You're going to stop for a minute and not be so focused on, you know, vanity and physical appearance, and you're going to be focused on, you know, the world, what it's got to offer, the meaning of life, all of this, and you're going to be open to it, because you believe that somehow that this connection is of a spiritual, you know, like of a divine nature. If this person's come back into your life, or you just bumped into each other over the holidays by accident or something along those lines, you're like, wow, that is so weird though. You know, it's fate, it's destiny, and that's going to make you more open to looking at the gifts that life has to offer spiritually this month, okay? And it's definitely you, because the Empress is a Leo, okay? And the challenges for you this month, which is what I'm going to, challenges and obstacles together, is what I'm going to do every month now, so that we can look at what we're mainly facing for that month, because it was something I didn't do last year, okay? And you got the Page of Pentacles. So the challenge is to watch where your money goes, okay, and to know that in your career you're not that secure. Okay, you're just starting out, okay, or the project is new, or the chance of promotion is there, but it's not concrete, and that's what it's saying. Watch out for this person, who it could be an enemy in your work environment. It could be somebody who is quite passive, you know, if it's your boss and you're kind of taken for granted, and you know, you're just daydreaming, doing what you do, and you're not paying time on the job. You know, for Leos in general, they are going through this love life situation, and he's watching, okay, and it's suggesting that you need to watch it, because you know you want to have the possibility of moving forward, and it'll affect your financial situation if you don't pay attention to your career in some way, okay. And the last one is the Ten of Swords. Okay, so the Ten of Swords, betrayal, being betrayed, being hurt in some way. Maybe this person will come back with all the intentions under the sun, but really, again, they're offering something, but it's a page, which means it's premature. It's done prematurely without thinking about the consequences or the long-term solution. It could be anything from that. It could just be, you know, more of a longing for you than the actual reality of being in a relationship with you, because that's what I think with the Five of Cups. They're overly emotional, so they're not realistic, okay? And that's what it's saying emotionally. Face the truth. Is this just going back to the past and longing for the past, or do you really want this person in your life? You know? But either way, it's definitely centered this reading, because it's saying it could end up leading to extreme hurt and pain, stuff like that. This person who's coming back, there's a lot of love in it, and it's in the love position, so it could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius as well, with the Ace of Swords being in the emotions and the Ten of Swords being in the obstacle. It could be a member of this suit is someone who, you know, comes and professes, because that's what air signs can be like. They can think, you know, so they get all involved in it mentally, and they don't really think about the long-term consequences, so it could simply be that. But other than that, it's quite health is really good, so that's something to be positive about, Leo, and to focus on. You know, health is really, really good. Just don't go too mad, because it might be that you start, you know, hitting the gym excessively to get rid of all these emotions, so you don't have to feel them, because we know how Leo loves to be in control. You know, but you know your limits, okay? No amount of exercise and no amount of trying to get rid of it in any other way than facing the truth, because that's what the Ace of Swords is. It's facing up to, and it's cutting ties, I think, as well. Like, it's facing things and then deciding whether to keep or let it go. And if someone has come back and they do want to be a part of your life and they are from the past, maybe it is an ex who you was with and you can't thinking, but you know, it's up to you. It's definitely saying there's a deep connection there. There was definitely a deep bond, and part of it is longing for it. But again, you've got to look at why the cup's built in the first place. If you look at that, then you'll probably get your answers. Again, the page is, you know, a dreamer. Okay, so it can be a love that sounds all good, but would it work a second time around? If it's a friendship, it could just be that you long and you went back home, or that you met someone again over the holidays, or someone in January comes back into your life who's a friend, and you see the potential for love there, but actually, it wouldn't work. Okay, and it could be a colleague, definitely, or you know, someone within your work environment, and you just need to watch that, because it could end up affecting um yeah, your work environment. Also, you're going to be really open to you know, spirituality and what it's got to offer you this month, and that's really, really good. Just watch out for not facing the truth, and then that will lead to betrayal. Again, I do see this being it could be someone within you. This is generally career related, someone you had quite a friendship with or connection with in the past in your career. It could have been that you're in another job and then they come to the same job, or something along those lines. But it's saying watch out, because this person may actually betray you. It could be that. For whatever reason. Okay, he might have ulterior motives, so it could be that he's quietly watching you or something like that. Because if you look at this guy, is really sitting there. He's dominating, but he looks quiet, but he's actually sitting there. And it's saying that that friendship's past. It was in the past, and that person no longer feels that way about you, and they could betray you for their own ends in your career. Okay, so just watch out for that. So love life could see longing for, if you're in a relationship, longing for a partner, the connection you had with your partner that you no longer do, and you spend more time dreaming about the connection you wish you had than actually sharing it with the person you're with. And you might want to face up to the truth of that, to see whether, you know, this relationship is going to last. If not, it's definitely suggesting someone from the past. It could be a friendship in January. You want to develop more into a love relationship, but you're not sure, so you want to face the truth, and you kind of like, you don't want to fuck up, because you know that, you know, you're going to go either way if it does, and you're worried that it'll lead to betrayal, and it might do, because that's the challenge. Or hate, or making the wrong choice and ruining a friendship or something along those lines. Watch out for a person in your career who's affecting your career a lot, or being overly emotional and not focusing on the career side of things. Because if you have got a dominator there, a man who's watching you in terms of a boss, you might mess up your career potential. He might have in mind you know, a promotion or something for you, or to, you know, but if you start acting like you can't handle it and you bring in your personal life into work, Leo, then that's really not going to get you anywhere. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so you know what this is in relation to. Obviously, it's a general reading, but you know, check it out, and then you know, you'll see what it relates to in terms of you. I hope, and I think as well, what I'd like to say to you is, if there's someone you're after, if there's a friend, or if there's a, go for it. You know, you never know, do you? Okay, just be careful and just pay attention to the facts. Enjoy your month, and I'll see you in February.